the mission with my film, first and foremost, was to make an entertaining film. And so, it can be deal with big issues, it can deal with humanity. But I think a lot of that is moot unless you're creating a compelling narrative that's driving forward. And so that was really my mission since day one, right? And so the movie ramps up, it's a slow burn, but I wanted to make sure that it was always moving forward and that there was always tension and that, you're answering questions while bringing up new ones and making sure that if someone is staying from the beginning to the end, obviously it's a rewarding experience, but you can feel the tension and it's palpable. And I agree. I don't think that's something that takes budget. That's a pen and paper choice. But that was definitely always the intention. And I'm happy that you felt that way watching the film.
I thought, well, for me, it was a great hunted and hunter story. But they're on the opposite sides of reality. But at the same time, these two ladies have some things in common. They're facing tough situations without giving anything away. Could you talk about these two characters?
Sure. Yeah. I think, I think it's playing with the kind of a genre that is popular, the hunter, the hunted, cat and mouse chase. And so the woman on the run and the woman tasked to bring her in. And so, I think within that genre, you want their stories kind of paralleled. And I think what is unique about New Life is by the end of the story, I want it to feel like it doesn't matter where you came in at what point. Each of their journey could begin or end at any point. And their story is actually pretty much the same story, but like told from different perspectives. And so without getting too heady, there's this person running and we don't know why she's running. And then there's the person who's chasing her. And we learn pretty early on that she has like an illness, ALS. And it's interesting, but at the same time, the audience is going to be asking, okay, well, why are we focusing on these things? And then as the story kind of connects, you see their timelines actually become more and more similar. And so that was really important for me. And I think that is kind of what is fun, about the film.
I like the fact that it took me a while to know why she was running away. I could assume that she was running away from something not very pleasant, but it takes a while, and that for that you need a little patience, and also you need you kind of how you say it, I don't know the word in English right now, but you cultivate the audience with this woman running and keep us there, right? So talk about that, and you did it on
Well, I
purpose.
think, yeah. Listen, it's a danger zone to have a horror thriller movie start off as kind of a drama like that, because our attention spans are shot, if something's really not clicking for someone in the first 5 minutes, you could really exit. But I don't know. I also think we live in this really exciting time where we watch so much stuff that we've become experts in watching narrative. So I think the audience is really smart and probably smarter than it's ever been. And so I like having that mystery at the top. Okay, it's a woman on the run story, but we don't know why she's running. So it's like a central mystery. It's like, okay, well, why is she on the run? And I think there's something fun to play with it where the first image of the film is a young woman with a black eye covered in blood. And you as the viewer put so much on that image, right? Like it doesn't matter who you are, like you project so much on that image. And so it carries a lot of the narrative weight.
The audio was very intense too, the way she breathes, and I had to bring it down a little because it
Oh,
was.
hell yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so I think that to me carries it, that central mystery. And so, the hope is that people, kind of that question sinks in the back where you just naturally want her to run away and you naturally kind of dislike the person on the hunt for, and then by the middle point, these, it starts flipping a little bit. So I don't know. It was definitely a choice that was made, and people liked it, but I think people like it because we watch so much stuff now, and it's fun to see something a little bit different.
How responsible are the two actresses for keeping us concerned about them? I mean,
Oh man,
I worry about both of them, regardless of there's no villain really. Villain, maybe not. I don't know, but yeah.
yes, I both the two lead actors are phenomenal, and the story lives and dies by those performances. The young woman on the run is played by Hayley Erin. This is her first movie. She's done, I think, 300 plus episodes of soap operas, but this is her first film, and she's incredible. But she doesn't say a word for about 20 minutes in the film. So that, to create a compelling performance without even speaking, and carry a lot of this, and get the audience on your side, you have to have a certain level of confidence and craft, and be able to communicate visually and physically. Sonya, her character is kind of that classic, like, Le Samurai, Melville, the professional, like, who's dedicated her life to the job, right? The job is her, she is the job. And then it all goes in a tailspin because she gets a disease, and she can't be this rock anymore, right? She can't be the samurai anymore. She has to be a human again. And what does that mean for her? And so it's like, but she's still that rock, she's still that force. She's not going to break down, she's not going to cry, she's strong. But also, being a strong character like that can be really impenetrable, and audiences can get turned off by that. But I think people end up liking her because she, again, brings so much craft to that performance. So really, really hard roles to nail. But I was really fortunate that I had Sonya, Walger, and Hayley Erin as leads, because I think they're phenomenal in this movie.
So, John, how do you see your future after the film is getting great reviews? It's opening soon, right?
Yeah, it's film will be it comes out May 3rd, and people will be able to rent it video on demand. I mean, you can pre-order it now, which I'd recommend you do. But I think for me, it's exciting just to keep on moving. This movie did great. I'm really grateful. I'm in pre-production for another film that I'm going to be filming at the beginning of next year. I have a script that is in development, and so I just want to keep on working and keep on making films, and that's what's exciting for me.
Is filmmaking kind of addictive?
Yeah, well, it's addictive, and it turns you into a junkie where you take all your excess money and your life and you pour it into this thing that really doesn't love you back, and is kind of a black hole and a furnace. So I love filmmaking, but I think what's really important with filmmaking, like any other career, is it's something I'm dedicating my life to, and all, unfortunately, my finances to as well. But it will never love you back. So it's also a nice reminder that you surround yourself with people who support you and will love you even if the next film does terrible, and that filmmaking is a career. So yes, I love it, but it's a tortured relationship, I would say.
So the organization following her is very mysterious. I don't know if it's the FBI or the Pentagon or. So how did you accomplish that in a few shots? I mean, there are a few points of reference, but maybe it was the Pentagon. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's I think what is more interesting to me is the layer, like the world of espionage, right? So I see them, yes, you can have the FBI, yes, you can have the CIA, but I like the idea of just kind of a shadowy group of contractors, really, who take jobs, and
like mercenaries.
They're working on behalf of the government, but they're removed enough where it can be a completely dark operation where if things go wrong, the government can wipe its hands of it and say they never existed. And and so then you can have a lot of fun with the world of spycraft with the handler and the agent and the what's fun about spycraft is like it's all information is power, and you're only supposed to know what you're supposed to know, and you don't ask what you're not really supposed to ask. So what you get when you get it is very strategic, and so that lends itself to mystery as well, I think.
One question, but it's not about the movie. Are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles.
It's a super LA background. In Silver Lake? No.
I'm in Thai Town, East Hollywood.
Yeah, it's great. I know that kind of building. I used to live in LA. I love the architecture. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where are you now, Guy?
It's Spain.
Oh, cool.
I
want
love
to go to Spain. I want to go to Spain.
Very happy. But right now you have to stay there and do more movies.
Thank you.
In the future.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Michel. Merci.